timothy-michaelspriggs.
And we have our last semifinal match. This is going to be T.M.Spriggs versus Matheus.
The winner of this is going to go on to fight Calisans, who we just saw.
Brazil, Alliance, Marcelo Garcia, Matheus, Tunisia.
I'm not too sure how many times these two have fought, but I do know Tim has won all of them, if not almost all of the matchups between these two. Very close matchups, but Tim has been having a little bit more success against him on the feet. So I'm interested to see what Matheus is going to go into strategically for this match.
They're both very physical.
Yeah, definitely.
Which makes it interesting, and they both like to go head-to-head. So
yeah,
just as we saw with Diniz, where he seemingly had a disadvantage on the feet, he still wanted to push on the feet with his previous opponent. So.
And with this match, Tim is a bit taller, so he has more reach, so you can see he can get his grips a lot quicker.
And Diniz moving immediately into half guard, but
yeah, he has to get his hips out because this is also Tim's knee cut position, so it's really a battle here.
Yeah, you can see
both
Tim
guys in
like
their position.
That far underhook.
But right now, Tim needs to keep.
Oh, no, they're not stopping it. There's
adjust the grip
like
maybe, or they may slide him back to the middle because they're on that red line and there's not anything going. So.
Oh, I don't know if I love that though, because whoever got the better position with the arm positioning there,
it's going to be hard
Spriggs,
to
he could pass potentially. And
very hard to mimic these kind of positions because it comes down to just the smallest inch on the hips.
Yeah, man.
Seems to be a pretty close reset though.
Pretty close.
They're hand fighting on the far side.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the hand fight is going to have the initial attack. But Tim's knee is already poking out towards the knee cut. So if he can get Matheus over towards Tim's right, he's going to have a very strong knee cut attack.
And as we can see, Diniz is going to look to probably shuck Tim forward the way he did in his previous match.
Yeah, that's how Tim's doing a great job keeping his wrist under control. But Matheus is looking to pass the lapel as well.
Setting up good hand fighting. Keeps Diniz on his back.
Yeah, he knows Diniz wants to go for that grip he used to sweep in the last match, so he's being very careful with his far wrist and what grips he lets go to it.
Yep, and this grip is interesting on the bottom. There's a potential calf crusher there. You can also control the lapel, which is what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But also, when your opponent collapses on top of you, it can really, and it can cut off the circulation, and your grip will go. Because
and he's using that to hold the lapel now, so if his hand goes to sleep, it would not be a very strong grip. Tim getting the underhook he was fighting for. It may not be too well for Diniz, but he doesn't seem to be worried about it
very good head positioning and a good underhook on Diniz.
That underhook is always bad. He has a very strong grip on it, and he's pulling up the far side.
And I would think that this should give Spriggs the advantage on this knee cut, but he loses the underhook.
That lapel grip is strong, hard to cut through that.
It looks like he still has it. Diniz on the bottom with that lapel, fed underneath the leg of Spriggs.
Yeah, Tim really needs to get that close hand. He's doing a good job defending the far hand, but he has to get under this hand that has the lapel to really get his knee cut going.
Yeah, definite pummel battle on that far arm. There, Spriggs digs a good underhook.
I think he should go double underhook just to work that grip off, because the one underhook is good, but if he holds that lapel, he gets the lapel grip broke.
Passes for a second,
very strong positioning here.
Cut back in. So tough on the bottom when you're flat on your back like this. Tim passes, and he's going to get the points.
He gets a solid 3 here, and he may be looking to go for the finish right away. Not a lot of energy was used by Tim, so he may be fresh and going right for the attack, where Diniz had to do a lot of bumping just now and a lot of grip strength to hold that lapel to try to stop that pass.
Interesting to see Diniz gripping on the belt and the gi near the lapel instead of trying to get the arms back to the inside.
Yeah.
Looks like he wants to maybe push away, create some space, and get his legs back in between, which is what he tried to do there as Tim went for knee on belly. He's going to get an advantage for that, though.
Yeah, it's very hard to get someone who's so used to being up top as Tim to offer you from side control. Just like if it was flipped, it would be just as hard for Tim to get Diniz off of him.
Starting to lose the crossface a little bit, but there he recovers it.
Yeah.
Has the far side underhook still.
Wouldn't be surprised if I seen Tim start to attack that far arm, maybe a Kimura paintbrush, or even a straight arm bar there. But right now he's looking very patient. Looks to be working the lapel out a little bit there.
Diniz circles that arm to the inside. Spriggs fights it with his head. Diniz takes it right back to the outside. But now it's in danger, and now,
Tim's using a very interesting grip here for his pressure on his hand that's under the head. He grabs a very far up
collar grip. Is that something that he does often?
It's from here, yes. It gives you a lot of pressure, and I can see him working the lapel at the same time. So it does two things at once. But he has to pick up his pace here because they let all the athletes know that they'll be very strict on the stalling in the back, saying that it's 3 minutes less than a normal black belt match. So he may have to, they're using his other hand to expedite the process here to get that lapel out. That was a very interesting grip, though, because it keeps the pressure tight and works the lapel out, while your other hand can still block the hips. So Tim passes the lapel.
Now he'll be able to put that shoulder pressure even tighter on Diniz's face.
Yeah, and also start to work for the Bravos and other chokes from here.
Diniz making some space very well and recovers guard with that. At least momentarily. Going to use that to get his butterfly hook in and try for a sweep. And they're going to go out of bounds. But right as Diniz comes up on top, but that was out of bounds.
Yeah, the ref was already calling for the time. It was a very good takedown, but they're going to reset them back on the feet. And they may come back to haunt Diniz because he used a lot of energy to get that last little bit, whereas Tim kind of floated because he saw the time.
Restart on the feet, too. No points for Diniz, no advantage.
Yeah, a lot of times when you're on the edge, you have to be careful where you push. You got to wait a little bit because the ref was getting ready to move them back in, and then he could have did that. And he goes back to his deep half.
Minute and a half left to go in this one. Spriggs up 3-0, but also 2 advantage.
Yeah, and he gets Diniz back to his back flat here. This is no good for Diniz. He needs to get back to his side to start working the lapel out or even get a nice bump up to the single leg. There he's trying to get back to his side. It's a lot of pressure coming down from Tim's head.
Tim doing an excellent job with pummeling up for that far underhook, or at least nullifying the underhook of Diniz, and then simultaneously pushing Diniz back to his back.
Yeah, this knee cut position is Tim's A-game pass, so he has a lot of stuff here, and it's very hard to move him, especially with only a minute left. And but Tim gets hit with another penalty.
Spriggs, I believe, weighed in the second heaviest out of everyone.
Yeah, I believe so.
Spriggs with excellent head position.
Yeah, he has to stay active here. He doesn't want to catch a third penalty, even though it would only give Diniz 2. If Diniz could sweep after that, it could cost him the match if he gets a third penalty as well. He's still pushing here. If I were Tim, I would stand up from here with the sleeve grip just to show that I'm moving so that you don't catch that last second penalty. But with 5 seconds left there, he's pretty good for the match.
So it looks like we've got our finals all set. Claudio Calasanz will be fighting T.M.Spriggs in the final of the under 100 kilogram division. And Lutes will be fighting Moisinho in the under 76 kilogram division. Now we're just waiting to make it official.
본 경기는 심판 판정에 의한 스프릭스 선수의 승리입니다.
The winner by decision is Timothy-Michaelspriggs.
T.M.Spriggs advancing into the finals.
Yeah, so we have 2 third-place matchups and then the 2 finals. I believe they will probably do a break now before the last placements are given out for the top 3.
Here we got a replay. See Spriggs going for that knee on belly. Just gets the advantage for that one, but he'd already passed, so the damage was done.
Here was Diniz's last attempt for the takedown, but he just a little bit too out of bounds there. He tried to take it in, but it was already called. It was a little too late.
And I believe we are going to a quick intermission, but you do not want to go anywhere for too long because we will be right back in just